Alright, good morning everyone. I'm Chris Leslie and welcome to the Chris Leslie Morning Show as I make my way down the hill once again on another lovely, dirty, overcast day. Similar to yesterday, really not a whole bunch to tell you about. Just because yesterday was a kind of a time-consuming day, and by the time it was all over, it was just time to pass out. So here we are again in the what is this, Wednesday morning. I think it's the 31st, if I'm not mistaken, of May. So it is either the 31st or the 30th. I think yesterday was the 30th. I'm not sure. But well, we're making our way to that bus stop. Hopefully we'll make it on time, because I think we're running a little later than we were yesterday. Because at the point we left yesterday, we got on the bus that was earlier than the one that was scheduled, and we are now, I think, probably looking at catching the 714 bus, which puts us right at around cutting close to make our 719 connection to Seattle. But I'm pretty sure yesterday we made it earlier to Seattle than what we were anticipating. But all that said, we should have no problem being where we need to be on time. It's just a matter of the amount of time we've spent on buses. Now we're in the really narrow portion of the road. Obviously, to my right, there's a street with cars going by, and then to my left is like this lovely little mess of sewage. So, theoretically, if you're ever going to get hit by a car, your choice would be to get hit by the car or to take a nice bath in some sewage. Pretty attractive options. But obviously I didn't get this going until we were somewhat down the hill this morning. But I know that yesterday, getting back, we got up the hill roughly in about 7 minutes. That just seems insane. So hopefully today's goal is to be able to somehow make a difference at the internship. Maybe show some value in some way. Seems like that's been a little difficult lately, just because there hasn't necessarily been a tremendous amount of opportunity to do that in the last few days. But you always have to hope that you get the chance to do something that's productive and make something happen. And that's where that's kind of the approach that I'm taking to it today, as I do every day. And so we'll just have to see. Sometimes you just have to make your own opportunities, or you just have to be patient for when an opportunity or a potential opportunity emerges. So that's what I'm doing today. I woke up in a bit better of a mood, more of a well-rested state. Not exactly ideally well-rested, but more well-rested than the day before, which certainly is progress. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? Based on the lack of people at that bus stop, I'm going to say that I feel like there's no one at that bus stop. Based on the lack of people at that bus stop, I'm going to say that we missed that bus. So we'll just have to see. Or I could be wrong and we're just extremely early. So it's hard to say. As we wait for the crosswalk. Okay, I think it'll be our time. Brace yourself. Would have gotten across that crosswalk before the orange started flashing, but that one rude driver actually went through after the crosswalk had signaled, so good thing we're on our toes. Alright, so let's see here. It is 6:43 or 7:14. So I'm going to say most likely we've missed the 6:43 bus because nobody's here. So perhaps we made the 7:14 bus and make it to the 7:19 bus. That would be the ideal goal. I'm kind of curious to see later today to find out what's going on with the arena. Seems as if Chris Hansen is starting to be a bit more vocal about it and kind of unveil social media as a tool in his efforts. So I think that one thing I am starting to notice is that probably from like a couple weeks ago until recently, there were a lot of opposition to the stadium, or sorry, not the stadium, to the arena. But I would say once the press conference was held, as far as the county and the city's intention of issuing a bond, and they made kind of that official announcement, I'd say that has been the turning point, that you've seen the tide change as far as public sentiment. And in the last probably, I don't know, maybe a little less than a week, I've noticed a trend where there's a lot more people coming out in support of it than against it. I feel like initially there was people who were against it, and they all came out right away and were very vocal. But I feel that once they've all said what they had to say, that's really all of them. And now it's probably just a lot more people who are in support of the arena, but maybe have not been as vocal in expressing that support. So as far as that's concerned, I think that's where the people who are in favor of the arena have the advantage, because they have probably a broader base of support that's just has not been utilized yet, whereas the people against it, I think, have pretty much come out and said what they had to say, and I don't really anticipate there being too many more people to speak out against it that haven't already spoken. Let's see here. Just looking at what time it is and all that kind of shit. I wish that I could look at a clock when I did this, so that I could see what time it is. Oh well. It's pretty loud and noisy. I don't even know if my voice even comes through with all of that noise from the traffic. But I know that, like, if you're ever walking along the side of this road and trying to have a phone conversation, you're gonna have a hard time. So yesterday did not quite get as much homework done for the University of Phoenix as I wanted to. Ideally, I had hopes to finish both discussion questions, and it was probably something that I could have done, but I think I was just too mentally tired to get it done, so I just had to let it go. So I'll do it tonight, and hopefully then we'll still be on top of things for the week. So try to save some of the battery and check in with you again when we get to the city, so that we can maybe give you something meaningful to update. All right, that's it for now. Have a good morning, show.